what is up? It is me, Lauren, and I am back, and welcome back to my channel as well. So today's video, as you can obviously tell by the title, is going to be a drugstore makeup video, and this is just like what I would use like in some of my favorite products from drugstores. I'm also making this video because I know a lot of you are just beginning out with makeup and you really don't have you don't have a lot of money for to use on makeup. So this video is just for you guys, and without further ado, I'm gonna just get started. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the primer. So the primer I'm using today is the Flower Perfecting Primer, and it just looks like this, and it's like a not silicone, but it has that silicone kind of feel, but it's also like very moisturizing, which I'm really confused because like this is actually so good. Like, have y'all heard the new song Finesse with Cardi B and Bruno Mars? That song is so bomb. Okay, so the eyebrow pencil that I found was this Revlon Color Stay brow pencil in the color Soft Black, and my mom uses this, but I don't really use it. I use the Anastasia just because like this one is like a little bit bigger, so I don't really personally like this, but the product really does stay on. Like my mom when she changed to this product, it looked really good on her. So if you like working with these kind of tips, then definitely go for this. I just filled in my eyebrows and blended it out, and as you can see, it's super messy. So what I use is the Real Techniques brush, the detailer brush, and this one is really good. And then I use the Super Stay Better Skin concealer, and this one's by Maybelline. So I like to use this to clean up my around my brows. Okay, so once I carved out my eyebrows, I just use this e.l.f. professional blending brush, and I just go in and blend out the concealer. I'm gonna just use that same concealer, and I'm gonna use it as a eye primer. And then I'm just gonna take my little sponge from Real Techniques and to blend this out. Fun story, when I went to Max, I found it and I really finessed them because it didn't really have a tag on it. So they were just like, okay, we'll just give it to you for $2, and that's how much I paid for it. Okay, so this powder is one of my top powders. I love this. It's the Airspun Loose Face Powder, and this thing is so good. And I'm just gonna use some of it on this really cheap Ulta brush that I had for a long time. And I'm just going to, sorry, I just saw something out the window move but I'm just gonna go ahead and set my eye with this powder, or set the concealer with the powder so I can blend out the shadows. Oh my gosh, powder's everywhere. Okay. So the next thing I'm gonna show you guys is the shadows I use. So they don't really sell these at the drugstore, but I bought them online for drugstore prices. These palettes are the dupes to the actual palettes, and I'm gonna show you guys them. I got these 4 palettes from shophush.com. I will leave a link below where you can buy these. I will have the descriptions, everything for all these products that I'm showing you right now. This is not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form. I just wanted to show you guys because these are actually good quality eyeshadows that were super inexpensive. So this first palette I have is Beauty Creations Boudoir palette, and it's just a very warm tone fall palette that I like. And then I also have the dupe for the Lime Crime palettes. I have the like grungy Lime Crime palette that has those colors in it. And I also have the first Lime Crime palette, which has all the warm pinky tones in it. And then I also have the Beauty Creations Irresistible palette, which is like, it has all the shades from the, what do you call it? From the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia. The first color I'm gonna go into is this color called Burnt Orange in the Beauty Creations Irresistible palettes. This one right here. And this is gonna be my transition shade. And I'm gonna just like build this up. The next color that I'm gonna use is this color Jam in this grungy Lime Crime palettes. And I'm gonna just put that in the transition. I'm gonna put it where the transition shade is. And what I'm doing is like kind of winging this eyeshadow out a little bit, just to give it like that look. I'm back again, and I'm using the Morphe B80 brush because the other one was too big for my eye, and that's why it ended up looking like messy. So I'm gonna just go back in with like a smaller brush and add this to the crease. Okay, this looks so much better. Like, what? Can y'all tell the difference like between that brush and this brush? I need to like fix my eyes, so I'm gonna be like right back. I'm gonna just use this color Real Gar in the Beauty Creations Irresistible palettes. And even the names in this palette are like the same as the Anastasia, which I'm surprised they can like do that. But I'm gonna just use this to deepen the outer corner in the crease. Now I'm gonna go into the Beauty Creations Boudoir shadows, and I'm gonna use this color right there. It's like this reddish, like brown burgundy-ish color. Oops, I put this on the wrong brush. Whoops. I'm just gonna go into the outer V and just deepen it with that color. Okay, so what I'm doing next is going to put some glitter in my eye. Not like in my eye, but on my eyelid, obviously. So what I'm gonna use is the concealer that we used earlier. And I'm gonna just use that to do like, to carve out like a half cut crease so we can apply the glitter and make the glitter like pop. And I'm gonna use that same Real Techniques brush that we also used to carve out our eyebrows with. Literally, I just charged my battery to full battery like yesterday, and I haven't even used my camera, and it's like low battery. Like, what the fuck? The next product I'm gonna use is the e.l.f. Lock and Seal. I love this stuff. I like putting it with my glitter, and I put it in my brush. And then I get my glitter. I'm gonna use this gold glitter in the Beauty Creations Irresistible palettes. And I'm gonna just apply on top of the concealer. So once I kind of done that, then I'm gonna go in with this really pretty copper shade, like I'm in love. And this is one of my favorite shades because it's super like more pigmented than all the other ones. So I'm gonna just like kind of blend it into with the matte shade. Okay, so once I've done like my eyeshadow and like eyebrows, I'm gonna go in with my NYX Total Control Drop Foundation, and I'm gonna put a few drops onto my face. Okay, so once I've done that, I'm gonna take this BS Mall Face Flat brush. This brush is really good. And this foundation is a medium coverage. It just depends on how much, like how many drops you put on your face. Why is my forehead so much darker than the rest of my face? Okay, so I actually put on a lot of like foundation. So I'm gonna just go in with a beauty blender or like a makeup sponge, and I'm just going to blend this all like in, just so you can't see any like brush strokes in that, and just to make sure it looks like airbrushed. Okay, so once I have in my foundation, I'm gonna go back in with the concealer once again, and I'm just gonna go under my eye. And I'm like running out of this stuff, so it's not super pigmented. And then once I apply my concealer, I'm just gonna go in with the little baby blender sponge, and I'm just gonna really blend the foundation and the concealer together. Okay, so since my face, like my skin type, is super dry, I don't like to bake. I just like to add a little bit of powder just to make sure it's all set, so the other products go on my face super smoothly. The bronzer that I like to use is the e.l.f. Baked Bronzer, and it just looks like this. It's super pretty, and it just gives you that really nice bronzy glow. I'm just gonna use the Wet n Wild contour brush, I think it's called. I think it's a face angled brush. And then I'm just go in and bronze up the face. And this little thing doesn't have a lot of payoff, so you have to really swirl your brush. But once you get good product going, it's super pretty. Okay, so once I have just bronzed up my face a little bit, I'm just gonna take the Maybelline Master Contour Palette. This one is really good too. And it has this really pretty contour color that's super similar to the Hoola bronzer one, and I use this one to contour. The next product I'm gonna be using is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Blush, and this color is super pretty. I'm pretty sure it is Spice Plum. Yep. I'm just gonna take my brush from BH Cosmetics, and this is the 103 brush, and I'm just gonna go in back in with the transition shade, and I'm gonna put that under the eye. I'm gonna be using the Real Girl color, and I'm gonna put it like near the outside of the eye, and it's that color once again. Okay, so the last like eyeshadow we're gonna dip into is that color again, and that is the, well, there's no names on this palette, but it's just that reddish like burgundy brown color, and we're just gonna put that on the very outer corner. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is use or put on eyelashes. So I'm gonna be using the Eye Candy lashes and the style Dramatized, and I really like these. These are super like wispy and natural looking. I'm gonna just apply this with the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive with Aloe, and this is in the color Black. I'm going to be using my favorite drugstore mascara, which is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. And this bottle, the bottle is looking rough because I love this and I use it so like on the daily. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is highlighter. So I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild highlighter, which is one of my favorites, in the color Precious Petal, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I'm gonna just take this e.l.f. Lock and Seal, and I'm gonna apply a couple drops to my hand. And I'm gonna use this BH Cosmetics something brush, blending brush, I think. I don't know, the writing just kind of came off somehow. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild highlighter, and I'm gonna swirl my brush in there and apply it to my cheeks. Ooh, look at that glow, girl. I'm gonna use the what is this brush called? The BH Cosmetics 104 brush, and I'm gonna put a little bit of highlighter on the tip of my nose, like so. And then I'm gonna put some like right between my eyes, like on the bridge of my nose, like right there. So as you can see, this highlighter is literally glowing and I'm living for it. Oh, and also put some under your brow bone just to give it that little pop. Okay, so one of the last steps I'm gonna do is use the brush that we used before, and we're gonna put that shimmer highlighter shade into the inner corner of my eye. So this is how the look turned out. I really do like this look. I think it looks pretty good. And realizing that this is only like drugstore makeup just tells how like you can make a lot of looks with it. You don't have to go out buy something like super pricey just for it to look good. It all depends on the person and how you're using the product. So I hope you guys enjoy this look, and don't forget to like it down below, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. It's free. All you gotta do is hit the button and hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos. I love you guys. Bye. Natural disaster.